Right, friends. Hello, welcome back. So this is the continuation of the earlier video, top reasons why CA students fail in the exam. First of all, thank you so much, guys. We have received overwhelming response and lots of comments, and so I hope, I really feel that that particular video has already helped you. And in that video, I've promised that apart from these points, the 6 points which I've covered here, why CA students fail in the exam. If at all you guys feel that there are any other points which you feel that is not covered by me, I asked you guys to comment, and accordingly I've got a good number of comments. And what I'm going to do, as I've promised, now I'm going to answer you. Okay. And apart from that, what we're going to do is that also I'm going to tell you few simple tricks, mostly psychological tricks, so that you guys should be able to come out of whatever the kind of demotivation that you're having right now, especially due to the corona and the postponement of exams, and you don't know when the exams are going to happen. All this kind of uncertainty in your mind, that really demotivates a lot, to be very honest. So we will try our best to find some solutions to how to come out of this, and that's what we're gonna do right now. Anyways, so we need to help others grow. It's not only me, I'm trying the same actually right now because of this COVID situation. I generally don't like to advertise what I do, so I do it silently because I do it for my personal happiness. I don't do it for a reason. Just other people, they want to know, I mean, they want to appreciate me, or they want to feel that I'm doing good. I don't do things on that particular perspective. I really hate it. Just like how I watch movies and I get happiness because of that. Helping others also should give you happiness. So that's your personal thing. So just do it. And in certain cases, yeah, you can put it in social media, but in certain cases, it doesn't work that way. I don't know. I feel a bit uncomfortable. Anyways, so during this COVID-19, especially the challenging times, whatever the help that you guys can do, especially to the trusted sources, this is very important. I just wanted to share this because I've seen so many of my friends going with these kind of donations to some X number or Y number or something like that, and eventually it turned out to be fraud, and so that money could have been utilized in a genuine case somewhere else. So therefore my advice for you guys would be check, or otherwise you can do what I'm doing. So what I'm doing right now is that I'm just looking at my close circle where I already know them, and within that close circle only I'm trying to do whatever the small things or the small help which I can. Okay, so I think that would be the best, because those are all the people that you know, and really your help can make a difference. And if at all you are trying to help to some new numbers, yeah, there are so many genuine cases, I'm not saying no, but try to verify it at least once or twice, and then try to do your work. And let's do this because this is a time where we have to support each other, and hopefully we'll come out of this. And let's hope is all we have right now. Chalo guys, anyways, so let me look at your comments first of all. First, I've got this is the comments on my first video, that is part 1, why CA students fail in the CA exam. First, Mallikarjuna Kanakanti. Okay, thank you very much, sir, for boosting us. Thank you so much, buddy. And BRS Varaprasad, he has asked me, please make a video on how and who is doing the valuation. Okay, I'll be doing that, but I have to do a separate video for that. Normally, when it comes to who does the valuation, it's practicing CAs. A majority of them, they are the ones who do the valuation. Based on that, you can have a basic idea of how the correction will go on. But I'll make a separate video on that because it takes a lot of time. One thing you can understand is that ensure that your answer is more or less similar to the way the sentences and words are given in your study material, because your key will be based on that only. So I would discourage you guys using your own language too much. You can use it because obviously we can't by heart things, but ensure that at least keywords are pretty much similar to the kind of wording that has been given in your ICS study material. For me also, when I was writing power notes, that was a major challenge for me. When I was doing similar kind of notes for ACC and Civil Journal, I had a lot of independence because I can construct any way, any kind of a sentence what I want. So there is a lot of flexibility for me. But when it comes to writing power notes for CA Final SMPE, I was having a lot of restrictions. Why? Because I need to simplify it. I need to explain it better where it has not been explained well. At the same time, I need to ensure that it matches with the wordings that has been given in ICS study material. So that was a very big challenge, which means you have to be creative, but you can't be creative at the same time. So it's a really big challenge. So that's gonna be the situation for you also, Nana Varaprasad. I hope I have answered your question. So ensure that your wordings matches with the way the wordings that has been given in your ICS study material. That one of the biggest advice that I can give you, which will help you in your valuation. Right. Another comment by Varaprasad. You're absolutely true, sir. Thank you so much, buddy. Next, we have Vigneshwaran. Very important video at a very important time. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you, buddy. We have Bharatram. Thank you so much, sir, for this video. Almost all the reasons you have explained matches with many students, including me. Thank you so much. Then we have Rakshita Rakshu. Okay. Sir, thank you for the video, sir. I would like to share the following things. We plan well, but fail to implement the same. Okay, so that was one thing. So this was her concern. So she says that many of the students, they plan well, but when it comes to implementation of the plan, okay, it's gonna be out, bum chick, right? So they actually fail. So what's the reason behind that? First of all, I will tell you one thing. Too much of planning builds pressure on you. This is very important. You don't know that, but actually it builds a lot of pressure on you because you have an expectation to fulfill. Whatever the kind of timetable that you have got, whatever the kind of, I have seen people, making timetables right from 6 in the morning and 11 o'clock in the night, and this should be covered, that should be covered, these many revisions and that, this and all. So because of this uncertain situations, because of this COVID, we don't know when, what kind of phone call we need to receive. We don't know when what's going to happen. We don't know what kind of restrictions the government will have. So there are a lot of uncertainties. So because of this, eventually what happens is that you are not able to stick on with your plan and it gets accumulated. And once it gets accumulated, you will lose all the motivation because you feel that it's pretty much difficult for you to achieve it right now. And you plan, you fail to implement that. And once you fail to implement the plan, it's game over. So my advice for you guys will be, I'll just tell you what I do. What I do is that I always, plan my life quarter a mile, in the sense, don't think too much. Like for example, don't think for another 2 months. So don't think for even another 2 days also. For example, right now, let's say this is 6 o'clock in the evening. Just think about next 4 hours. Only 4 hours, that's it. What are you going to do in next 4 hours? Suppose you want to eat, fine. Apart from that, what are you going to do in next 4 hours? Always tell yourself that you should not be wasting time. This should be constantly running in your mind in the background. Then automatically you'll open the book and you'll study. That's it. Beyond that, don't plan anything. Try to keep it as simple as possible. The only thing that you have to do is that ensure that whatever you have studied, you try to have an MS Excel sheet or a notes with you, whatever it is, and write it there on what day, at what time, what you have studied. This is really important for you to revise. Why? Because no matter whatever that you study, if you're not able to revise, anyway, you'll forget eventually. Then the efforts entirely that you have put will eventually become zero. So the answer for you, for all the people who plan really well, but you fail to implement the same, is to reduce your planning, try to keep it very simple, and try to implement it. So even if you, in case, for example, next 5 hours or next 1 day, you just had this idea running in your mind that you should not waste time and you just have to study. And maybe eventually you're not able to do that, then that will not put pressure on you. At the same time, you should not get carried away because it's not going to put pressure. So try to have that balance. That is the reason I always tell students that you try to meditate, because if you meditate, you'll get control over your mind. So when you get control over your mind, these kind of things will not happen. So even if you're not able to implement your plan, still you'll be confident enough, you'll be cool enough, and then you'll be able to come back. So that's really important, or able to understand. So it's all about psychological stuff. That's why it's more important. Psychological part of your brain is more important because that is the one that really defines what you're doing every single day. So my advice right now is that try to ease off the kind of planning that you do normally because of this COVID situation and all that, and slowly try to build confidence. And once you build confidence, then try to have some planning, but not too much of a stringent planning. Like for example, don't plan for 16 hours a day, plan for 8 hours a day to study, and that 8 hours you do it perfectly, and then try to stretch it to 8.5 hours, then stretch it to 9 hours, then stretch it to 9.5. That should work. And always tell yourself that because of a valid reason, if I'm not able to implement my plan on a particular day, I should not be putting pressure on myself. I should be at ease. So no worries whatsoever. Okay, that's one thing. Next, easily get distracted while studying. That is second problem. So my answer would be very simple. Again, it's a psychological thing. So if you should not, if you don't want to get distracted, first of all, throw your phone away. First thing, I know why you are getting distracted. Even I myself, I get distracted even today because the moment you just accidentally you open the phone and then without knowing half an hour is gone. You just scroll the Insta, you just scroll the social media, you just see the memes and stuff and it's poof, gone. And maybe accidentally you'll come across some sort of a show in Netflix and you're gone. So you need to have that confidence in you. For example, I can tell you, you need to have that control in you. For example, I can tell you one thing. I'm watching this Saving Private Ryan movie in Netflix since last 3 days and still I'm not able to finish off the movie. Which means whenever I get free time, whenever I feel that I've already spent too much on my work and I want to have that little bit of relief, I watch it for half an hour, 40 minutes, and then I try to, switch it off over there. So that sort of control you should have. So it's all about controlling yourself. Or able to understand. So you should control. So better throw your phone away, isolate yourself in a particular room if you have the luxury of that in your house. If you don't have the luxury of that, probably try to tell yourself, try to find a place. The place is very important. Now anyway, you can't go to study halls and all these things because of this COVID-19, but try to isolate yourself, okay, and keep books in front of you. Have some good books with good font so that it will give you some sort of interest. And apart from that, if one particular subject gives you bore, if you feel bored, then immediately change the subject. Ultimately, you have to read. But at the same time, you need to note what you're studying and ensure that you revise it. So I hope this particular thing works. Too much thinking about future. Yeah, for this already I've answered. Too much thinking about future is a problem for you. What did I say? Live your life quarter a mile, which means think about next 4 hours, think about next 12 hours, think about next 24 hours. Then it's a matter. Beyond that, don't think, because unnecessarily it will put a lot of pressure on you. That's what I also do in my own life. So I don't think too much. I only think about next 4 or 5 hours initially. So what am I going to do? Once I've achieved it, then I'll think about another 5 hours. Then it's a matter. That's how I do it. Or sometimes just 10 hours, or sometimes just 12 hours, or sometimes just 24 hours. Max, that's it. In certain situations, maybe we'll plan for another 3 or 4 days. There ends a matter. Don't do something beyond that. Don't plan too much. So that's one of the reason. If you're thinking too much about the future, automatically you waste your time, you lose your confidence, your mood is off, and therefore you'll not be able to study. That's one thing. Next, time management. We have time, but don't know how to use it. I think this is pretty much similar to the point that you have raised, where we plan really well, but we fail to implement. That is nothing but time management actually. So both are same points. So I already answered you for your question where we plan a lot, but we fail to implement the same. Whatever the solution that I've provided you for the same applies for time management as well. Next, lack of self-realization. Wasting time by watching videos to get motivation. Hope this video will not waste your time. So, yeah, that's true. So, wasting time by watching videos to get motivation means, see, let me tell you one thing honestly. Say, for example, if a motivation video is 20 minutes or 30 minutes, you watch it every single day to get motivated for that particular day also, it's good, right? Your job is done. Because if you don't watch that motivation video, probably that entire day is wasted for you. And we don't know. So at least by wasting that 30 minutes, you're avoiding a wastage of a whole day. If that's the case, then it's good. It's good to watch motivational videos, okay? So I don't see that as a wastage of time. But there are certain students whom I have seen, they will get motivated only for half an hour and then it's kaboom. So for those kind of students, yes, it's a waste of time. So you better stop watching too much motivation videos. And you can watch certain motivation, or you better stick on to a particular person and just continue that particular person. And if he comes out with any motivation videos, you watch to that extent and then forget about the others. Don't keep on watching motivation videos by everybody, because everybody is having a different perception of life. Everybody sees life from a different angle, and everybody has got their own logic of handling life, and everybody will give you motivation based on that particular perspective, which may not match with all. So therefore, connect with one person and follow him continuously rather than connecting with all, rather than watching all and not connecting with all. I hope you can understand, right? Next, sometimes we fail to understand our own mindset. We forget our own potentiality. This would result to create self-doubt. Yep. Yeah, this is one thing, even it happened in my life. I strongly recommend you guys for this particular point. Sometimes we fail to understand our own mindset. That is a query that has been raised by the student. I want you guys to watch, there were 2 videos that I've uploaded in my YouTube channel. One is 2 things that changed my life, the first one and the second one. I strongly recommend you guys to watch that video, especially the second part. In second part, I've explained you the answer for this. Sometimes we fail to understand our own mindset, your own potential. So how to identify your own potential, I would have explained it from my own life experience. So that's it takes a good amount of time. I hope you guys watch that video and comment under that video. Hopefully that's the solution for 6th point that you have raised. So Rakshita, Rakshu, I hope I have answered all your questions to the best of my ability. I hope it has helped you. Thank you. Right, next we have Minju Matthew. Sir, I'm just sharing my experience and some suggestions, okay? Poor time management, fear and confusion during exam time are the problems that I faced in my exam. During my study, I was very lazy to solve the problems by hand. Okay, this is a point to be noted. Lazy to solve problems. Okay, by hand. Right, and he had this fear. Time management already I've answered. Confusion, this is another problem for him. So I was very lazy to solve the problems by hand. I used to think in my mind and then read the answer. For practical subjects, at least in first reading and in first revision, we have to solve the problems by writing instead of just calculating in mind and reading the answer. It helps in 4 ways. Good time management, easy and fast presentation of answers without consuming much time for framing our answer, reduce the fear of solving a new problem, and boost our self-confidence. I think you have raised the question and you have answered it also. And you have answered it in a very good way. I really appreciate that, Minju Matthew. Excellent. See, the point that I would like to tell all the guys is that, see, I've seen it myself. I've seen people doing auditing. When I say auditing, what do you mean by auditing? They're auditing the practical subjects like, you know, SAMP, okay, it's pretty much become theory now, but still, you audit. You just look at the question and then you look at the answers and then take the calci and they will calculate how the numbers have come from the solution. If you prepare like this, then in examination, what will happen is that the moment you look at the question, you know that that question is something that you have already done, but you have not practiced it, you have audited it. And you'll put your pen on the paper and your hand will not move, your pen will not move. So that's the real danger that you guys are going to face if you don't practice things by hand. Okay, this is really, really important. That's the reason even for my students, I tell them, even though Power Notes is available for them, I always tell them to write it when they watch the class, write class notes. Now, this is one of the stupidest logic that students feel that writing notes is a waste of time. Now, if you really feel it that way, then I can tell you, you should be given the stupidest person in the world award. I'm not joking. I'm a little bit harsh on this also because I find it very irritating also. Have you ever seen any All India ranker, not only in CA final or any successful guy, even in civils, without writing notes, without having a self-made notes? No way. Are you able to understand? So that's the reality. You feel that writing something on your own is wasting your time. I'm sorry. Now, that's not the kind of quality that a successful person will have. So you better change that. Okay. This fear and confusion, it's all about psychological thing that has been created by the society. Now, please understand one thing. There is no end line in life. Just because you see, when I went for an interview after I got qualified as CA, many people I've seen in that particular interview, I don't want to share the other details. They were very, what can I say, tensed, and they were really feeling that this interview is my life, and if I'm not going to, you know, crack it, then I'm gone, I'm doomed. So this is a pretty wrong way of looking at life. You know, you guys are also doing the same. That's the reason you have fear and confusion. That CA is ultimate. You know, if I can't pass the CA, then my life is doomed. I can't take care of my parents, or I'll not get a good marriage and stuff like that. First, remove these bullshit ideas from your mind, to be very honest with you. I may be harsh in my words, but I want to communicate the seriousness of what I'm trying to say. So pardon me for that if you get offended by these kind of words. Now, the point that I would like to tell you guys here is that, first of all, remove this idea that if something, I mean, if you're not able to pass the exam or something like that, that thought, then it's going to be end of your life. Remove this idea. Now, because of this, what happens is that, see, it doesn't mean that you should not be passing CA. That's not my intention. My intention is to change your mind. My intention is to free your mind from tension and fear and confusion. So you tell yourself that I will put best of my efforts. I'm going to be honest to myself because this is my life and I'm going to take care of it. And if I don't fight for my life, who else is going to fight for it? There ends the matter. So I'm going to take care of myself. I'm gonna put best of my efforts. I'm gonna be honest with me. I'm not gonna, what can I say, deceive myself by telling lies or by telling some justification reasons for not studying, for not putting hard work. And then you put your hard work. At the same time, you tell yourself that I'm putting my hard work, but if something wrong happens in the examination, it's not going to be end of my life. That you should tell to yourself. You should not take the pressure of exam. You should always tell to yourself that it's just an exam. What is going to happen? If something otherwise happens, I'll write the next attempt, or I'll take care of something. I know how to, pull myself up. If at all there is something, there's a case of where you will eventually fall, or you will understand. So that removes all the kind of tensions, fear and confusion from your mind. That gives you a lot of positivity. Automatically, because of that, you will write your examination that what you are anticipating yourself. Are you able to understand what I'm trying to tell you? So this is just like a trick to psychologically strengthen yourself. So tell yourself that this is not the end of the game. That's what I've done in my interview. I told myself that, see, this is not like do or die situation for me. If job comes, chalta hai, it's fine. If it doesn't come, then also it's fine. I was that, carefree in my mind psychologically. And that eventually eased out my tension, and I was able to, remember things better, and I was able to perform better. So this is a trick that I want you guys to follow. I hope I've answered your query, Minju Matthew, right? After that, Shiny. Amazing, sir. Especially the revision part gets me scared every time because I know I wouldn't remember them anyway. That demotivates me to start revising. See, you have to revise time to time. There is a strategy for that. For example, suppose you have studied today, okay? On the same day, you should have one more revision. So which means 2 times you have studied this day. And exactly after 10 days, another revision. Exactly after 30 days, another revision. Totally 4 revisions must happen. Apart from that, you will do one more time reading the day before the exam. So which means eventually it's 5. So this is the way exactly you have to do. So the time gap must be there. Today you should study the first time. Today itself 1 revision. After that, in 10 days, another revision. After that, in 30 days, another revision. So maintain an Excel sheet and ensure that you are going to do something like this. If you are able to do this, if you are able to implement this, then you will not forget anything. You will not forget anything whatsoever. So I hope that problem is done. What else? So Chris Joseph Arakal, sir, please make a revision class covering all chapters of financial management in CA Intermediate. It would be really beneficial. Now the point is, I'm not finding any time, and I'm so tightly packed. In fact, I'm trying to record CA Inter Cost and Management Accounting also. I'm not able to find time. So right now, for the next 2 weeks, my time is going to be completely for CA Final SMPE. Once I'm done with that, and then, I'll be concentrating on CA Inter. Okay, definitely I'll do it, but I cannot tell you when. Next, Sandeep. Due to fear of not being able to cover the syllabus in future, I'm wasting my present. That's why I'm telling you. I already hope I have answered this particular area. Think about only next 4 hours or next 12 hours or next 24 hours. That's it. Don't think beyond that. You think too much about the future, then obviously you're going to waste your time because you're going to get demotivated. Don't do that, right? Next, Nagaraj Pujari. Sir, okay, he's waiting for amendments lecture. Right, you better WhatsApp to my number 9246946444 for these kind of queries. So what else you have got? Sir, I know the concepts all, but while producing an answer sheet, it will be, you're getting stuck. How to start, where to start, sometimes even perfect word will also not come at the point. What is this, sir? Any solution for this? You just need to practice, Nana, as simple as that. First of all, when you say you know all the concepts, I don't know, really do you know the concepts, or you're having that illusion of knowing the concepts? There's a lot of difference between this also. Knowing the concepts in reality or having an illusion that you know the concepts really does make a lot of difference. So you ensure you check yourself whether you really know the concepts, and once you really know the concepts, I hope the problem will be solved. And then you have to do the practice of application of concepts. So when you're doing practice, what you have to do is that read a case study question or a case scenario or any problematic question. Don't look at the solution. Try it yourself honestly. And then if you don't get the answer, then only try to look at the solution. This will improve your application skills. Then the problem that you have mentioned, Nagaraj over here, that will be solved. I hope this helps. Keyur Parekh. Okay, he is telling, very true, sir. I would like to bring to your notice another reason, such as comparison with friends, inconsistency in efforts. Okay, comparison is a very bad thing actually. Okay, first of all, don't compare with anybody. Okay, so that I would like to tell you one thing. So stop comparing. I don't know who is comparing. If somebody is comparing, first of all, stop talking to them, including your parents, if I'm not wrong. So you have to be harsh in certain situations, and only then you are going to achieve success. Or otherwise, make your parents understand that comparison with somebody else is actually demotivating you, and that's not going to help you in any other way. So probably if you're able to explain them, maybe they'll be able to understand. But if there are certain people who are not able to understand, then you better stop talking to them and distance yourself. That's all I would rather say. Then inconsistency in efforts. That's why I'm telling you, when there is inconsistency, what you have to do is that you need to always stand in front of the mirror and ask yourself that whether you are being true to yourself. See, the logic is very simple, Anna. If you are not going to struggle hard for your own dreams, nobody else in this world is going to be. It's as simple as that. So try to have some sort of motivational factor. For example, I used to have a big poster of my favorite sports bikes, you know, adventure tourers, the cars that I like and stuff like that. And I always, when I get demotivated, I used to see that and then I used to get motivated. That will motivate me, because if I have to really achieve that, now I have to put my efforts and then I have to move forward. So that's one trick that may help you. It depends upon what kind of personal, dreams that you have got. And apart from that, I also I'll advise you that you better try to enjoy what you're doing, which means studying subjects. Now, how can I enjoy, sir? Try to learn the logics in each and every subject that you study. Automatically, the enjoyment of the subject will increase. You'll start finding it interesting. Automatically, that should, solve the problem that you're facing. Okay, right. Moving on to the next one. Gautam Sunil. So thanks a lot, sir. You addressed each point which had a problem in. Right. Thank you so much, buddy. Bhumika Tapsi, so please make detailed revision lecture for CA final SEMPE. Already revision lectures are there in my YouTube channel, Nana. You can just watch it. I'm only concentrating on the case study digest and the amendment lectures, because everything else, it's gonna be the same stuff is going to get repeated again. So try to watch it. You can go to the playlist in our channel and you'll find some 8 to 9 videos of revision lectures. Next, CA plus. I fear not the man who practiced 10,000 kicks once. I fear the man who has practiced one kick 10,000 times, Bruce Lee. I completely agree with your first point, sir. That's the mistake I've done with my November 20 exams. I've been doing this video as an eye opener for me. Thank you so much, buddy. CA plus, I hope even this video really helps you a lot. And thank you so much for your comment. These are all, see, comments ultimately makes our day, buddies. You guys don't know how important it is for us. Especially, I don't ignore any of the comments. I read each and everything to the best of my time that is available. And I really, that is the one thing that motivates us to put all this hard work. Okay. Then, Anu Pandey, great. Thank you so much. Raviteja Prasadam, well explained, sir. Thank you so much. Then we have Sheikh Babaji. Whenever I listen to your words, it's really adding so much value to me. Okay, Korea. Right, buddy. So, whenever I see your comments also, I find myself really happy. There is always a smile on my face. I still remember your face, buddy. Okay. Then, yeah, Suhail, he has asked me again CA Inter FM videos. CA Inter FM videos, I'll try to work it out, Nana, right? Okay, so I hope I've answered all you guys' queries. If anybody else, any other points, in case if I've missed, then you can comment under this particular video. I'll try to answer it in the comments then and there itself, okay? So that's the thing. I hope I've answered everything. So let's see certain points that you guys need to understand. Okay, this is one thing. Now I can see why there is a lion picture over here. Actually, it's a GIF which I've prepared in my iPad, but unfortunately, when I converted that into PDF, the GIF has become an image. So sorry for that. But anyways, I always say in the class that I need lions, but not sheep. Sheep doesn't have my respect. Now, see, this is the kind of attitude that you guys need to develop. See, attitude really makes a hell lot of difference. So I'll tell you what my attitude used to be when I was studying. Say, for example, if I don't, if I find a particular subject really difficult, if I'm not able to solve a particular sum, or if I'm not able to understand a particular concept, immediately I used to have this, aggressive attitude, which means I used to tell that particular subject or particular concept that you don't have that sort of, cinema that you can't make me understand what you are. So I used to have this sort of aggressive mindset. Definitely, I'm going to study you again. Definitely, I'm going to ensure that I understand you and I'll have that dominance over you. So that sort of attitude you must have. That's what lion does, right? So we don't want sheep kind of an attitude where we fear for everything, kind of stuff like that. So I want you guys to have this sort of dominance over your subject. Have that sort of ego. If a subject really troubles you, tell that subject that you're not that kind of a person who can be troubled. Have that sort of egoistic attitude. That really helps, I'm telling you. Attitude makes a hell lot of difference. Then, Coming on to this positive thoughts, that's obvious. Positive thinking increases the probability of your success. This is very, very, very important, because this positive thinking is something that influences your subconscious mind, which is like a box with a limited space, and it has got an entry point and an exit point. You always are exposed to negative thinking from your friends or from your relatives or from your parents. Then all the negative thinking will be there inside this subconscious box. And even if you say something positive to yourself that, okay, today I'm going to study really well, then from inside the subconscious will inform you that you don't have that sort of attitude. Anyway, you're going to be a loser. Stop thinking about reading. That sort of thought process will come from inside. So this subconscious is very dangerous. This particular area, this entire thing has to be filled with positivity. Only then it's going to help you. So therefore, always think positive. Always think positive. Be optimistic. Whether it really works or not is a secondary thing. But as a psychological advantage, you will really wonder what kind of difference this positive thinking will make. But you have to be very serious in implementing this. It's not just one time a day or one time a week. It has to be constant. It has to be consistent. Got it? Chalo, next. Stop worrying about the missed opportunities and start looking for the new ones. Very important. We always do this mistake, thinking about past, last attempt, what has happened, about the time that we have already wasted. Now, forget about that. This is the time to think about now and tomorrow. There ends the matter. Relevant costing concept only. Forget about what has happened yesterday. Anyway, you can't do anything. You can't bring it back. Okay, you can feel. You feel for 5 minutes. There ends the matter. Now, come out of it. So that sort of mindset you should have. So whatever the best that you can do from today, do it. There ends the matter. Stop thinking about what you are yesterday. What you do today, what you do tomorrow is going to decide what you are going to be in future, not what you have already done yesterday. This is really important. Now keep this in mind. Next up, mental health matters. This is another important thing. This really matters. Do meditation every day, at least for 15 minutes to 30 minutes. Try to keep your subconscious mind under your control. With meditation, you can do that. That's not going to happen in 1 week or 2 weeks. It will take at least 6 months if you're very serious in that. That doesn't mean that within 1 month you will not have any sort of benefit. That also you will have. So try to do this, and this will solve all your mental issues. Meditation means just close your eyes and focus on one particular thing. So say for example, if you're focusing on God, you just focus on God. Just pray. Or if you're focusing on breathing, you just focus on breathing. But you focus on one particular thing, which is very difficult. Always so many thoughts will come and it will disturb you. And trying to avoid it, and eventually being able to concentrate on the thing which you wanted to concentrate is nothing but meditation. And that will help you in real life when you're studying, because once you struggle through this meditation and after 1 month, what will happen? You would have made your mind focus on something you want to focus. But today, if you want to focus on something, you'll have lots of other ideas which will be coming in and going out, and it will be disturbing you, right? But meditation helps you to focus on what you want and whatever the time that you want. Are you able to understand? This is really serious. So try this. It has worked miracles for me, and I hope it will do the same for you as well. And another important thing, look inside yourself. Split yourself into two. Okay, one is the doer and the other one is observer. So you try to split yourself into two parts. One is the guy who does things and one is the guy who observes things. For example, myself, I split myself into two parts. So one of mine will observe what I'm doing right now, and one of mine will definitely tell me if I'm doing something wrong. Suppose I'm wasting too much of time, so that's the doer, and the observer is watching, and immediately he'll say, see, you are wasting too much of time. This way you're not going to achieve your CA dream. So stop it and let's start focusing on something that is really productive. Are you able to understand? So I do this every day and it really made wonders for me. It really, trust me, this will make wonders for you. So split yourself into two personalities. One is the doer who does things, what you are doing, and the other one is observes what you're doing. So you are your self-judge. You should be your self-judge. Self-discipline is really important, and a forced discipline will not take you anywhere. Self-discipline will take you to various heights that you can't even imagine. This one thing, do seriously. Okay, another important thing. Concentrate less on food. Always eat half stomach. This is another stupidest thing that we do. We always eat full stomach. We get tempted, and then that really absorbs all the oxygen content that we need, and it sends us into a dizzy mode. So don't do that. Always eat half stomach and eat more number of times. Instead of 3, you can eat 6 times also. But always eat 1/4 of the stomach or half the stomach. Okay. This gives you much needed support from your body while you are studying. Very important. Are you able to understand? Very, 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 very important this is. You try to do this and definitely you will message me yourself saying that, sir, this made wonders for me, right? And you are strong. Believe this. Tell this to yourself, everybody. So this is nothing but we call it as positive thinking. You are strong and you are not going to quit. You ain't a quitter. You are not going to quit. So this sort of positive thinking, what will happen, that entire subconscious box that you have got here, entirely this positive thing will be there. Okay, you are strong, you are strong, you are strong, you are strong, you are not going to quit, you are not going to quit. So once the entire subconscious mind is filled with this kind of stuff, and suddenly you think that, okay, now CA is not happening for me and I want to quit, then from inside a suggestion will come from inside your brain that you are not a quitter, you are strong, you should be able to do this. And that really pulls you forward, pushes you forward. Are you able to understand? That's the power of subconscious mind, under which you really don't have control. And that's the reason this is the only way that we can get a little bit of positivity into our subconscious mind, which really helps us. Are you able to understand? So all these techniques which I've told you right now is something that I've really implemented in my life, and it really did wonders for me. And with that confidence only, I'm telling you all these things very seriously. Okay. So I hope whatever the thought process that I've told you right now really help you guys. So if you really felt that this video has really helped you, and if you want more videos like this, definitely hit that like button, because that is the ultimate motivation for us. And comment, please comment what you have felt. By looking at those comments, it puts a smile on our face, and that is something that we cannot explain also. And you guys are the source of my happiness. So that one thing I can say. And of course, if you are not subscribed, subscribe and hit that ting bell icon. Okay, right? Chalo, thank you so much, guys. I hope this video has helped you. So this PKSR classes, this is CA Prasanna Kumar, and let's wind up the session.